Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Draft to Glory franchise mode. This is episode 2. We are going to be starting season 1, and I'm going to hope to get through the majority of the season. Now, our team is not great, and there is something I needed to do, which to be honest I kind of forget. I believe I remember. It's been a couple of days since I started this series, so I believe I do need to sign someone from free agency. I think I'm just going to put them in the AHL, but for morale-wise, I want them to be at least a depth forward, but they also need to want a two-way deal, so that is the problem, because I believe you cannot sign. Okay, you know what, it's just going to have to be a top 6 defenseman. And I guess we're going to go with Luke Shen. Sure, so we're going to go for top 6 defenseman Luke Shen. I'm going to sign him to a max deal just for one season because I need to get up in that cap so I can make the necessary trades that I need to, or not trades, sorry, the necessary roster moves that I need to accompany for in this episode, because I do want basically all of our top prospects and everything in the NHL. As much as that's going to suck for them and them being in their rookie season, that's just what I want to do. Now, I think for this entire series, I'm going to be doing 2 weeks in each location to try and find those elite players. Now, luckily, this first draft is a pretty good one. I've made the first round really good, especially the top 15. And we are going, wow, Jesus, Nemesnikov had a 4-point night in Game 1 of the preseason. So, I mean, on paper, this team really just isn't great. I'm excited to see how that top line will do of Palat, Nemesnikov, and Drouin. We'll see how they work out. Drouin will probably be our number 1 center throughout the entire series, which is interesting, although there's a possibility that could change. Second line is not great. Third line would be a good a pretty weak fourth line, and then our fourth line's like a second or third line AHL line. So, yeah, and the defense as well, gonna be interesting. But really quickly, I do need to, now that we signed Luke Shen, obviously I know it is a Draft to Glory thing. He's not supposed to be on the team, but he's just going to be in the AHL because I do need to sign someone so we can make the necessary roster moves. Now let's see, we've got forwards. Those are actually all the forwards we got. So we could send down, let's send down Kachuk, and we'll keep Volkov up in the NHL. Luke Witkowski I would like up in the NHL. Matthew Pekka as well, to be fair, I would like in the NHL. So Kachuk and Volkov will be sent down to, I think, the AHL. Defensively, we've got Hedman, Gudis, D'Angelo, Quack, and Foot. We don't even have 6 defensemen up in the NHL. So let's get Barbario up there. We'll do that. As for goalies in the system, Machovsky and Peters, those aren't our goalies, right? No, they aren't. Yeah, okay. And then we've got Godlewski's and Tokarski, who are our goalies right now. So let's make that move. All right, so we now have 21 skaters up here in the NHLs, which I do not want. So those are our 12 forwards down to Pekka, which means Lipanov and Howden can also go down. Yeah, and we'll keep Matthew Joseph up in the NHL. All right, there we go. And as for defensemen, if we get an injury, I'll probably call a defenseman up. I could bring Matt Spencer up. We'll keep him there for now. But yeah, the goalies aren't ours, so we need to get drafting a goalie real soon, because it'll be very poor without a goalie in this series. So lines right now, I mean, having Cirelli on that second line wouldn't be bad, but I'd rather have that as our third line, because that's a pretty good third line if we have Panik, Cirelli, and Killorn. I do not mind that. As for our fourth line in Witkowski, Pekka, and Radish, do I want to put Adam Ernie down on that fourth line? He is listed as a fourth liner. You know what? Sure, let's do that. So let's have Radish and Ernie switch around. Okay, nobody is good for face-offs here, really. Alex Killorn's pretty good at face-offs, but I do want to keep him on that third line. Pekka, actually not bad at face-offs. So we'll have Radish, Pekka, and Ernie as our fourth line. 2 power forwards and a playmaker. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. Our second line's probably going to be our worst line on the team, to be honest. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Luke Witkowski, actually really good you know what, that entire line's pretty good defensively, to be fair, so maybe not. I'm just hoping we get a good amount of points and good amount of growth for Cirelli playing here in the NHL. As for our defense, I think I want D'Angelo on the top pair because he's offensively minded, and he could put up a decent amount of points with Hedman, who will obviously be our franchise defenseman throughout the series. And then having D'Angelo up here in the NHL could give him, say he gets 30 points and he's still a 77 overall, I think he could grow a decent amount. So our bottom pair is going to be absolutely dreadful. Mark Barberio with Radko Gudas on the second pair. I'd say that's fine, really. I mean, Calfoot's going to grow for us, hopefully. At least to a top 4 defenseman. He's really good defensively. Will he ever get good offensively? I'm truly not sure. And then the goalies are just going to be awful this season. I kind of do want to go out and see if we can find... someone... it was Connor Ingram, I believe. It wouldn't be hard to find him, of course, because we just need to go look at goaltenders. So obviously we don't have him. I just wanted to switch goalies there. Okay, so Anaheim doesn't have him. No. This might take a while. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through basically every team here. I don't think he has that much value. I also don't think he's too good. I don't remember him being a decent overall. Did I see Edmonton? Yeah, okay, I did. I also don't remember him being a good overall or even with that much potential. So, sooner we find him, the sooner we will be able to see if that is actually a fact or not. Because I truly do not remember. Come on. I'll find him eventually. I know I will. Pittsburgh, we're getting pretty low right now. St. Louis, there he is. Connor Ingram, low starter. He's a lot better potential than what I thought. So I feel like he could genuinely be our goalie of the future, but he's already 20 years old, being only a 61 overall. I don't know how I feel about that. And making that trade, even though that he's on the block, we'd have to give up a third or a player that we have that is a actual draft pick of ours, and like that would have to be someone like Matthew Joseph, who I don't really want to give up on. Adam Ernie isn't a bad option, but he could be a bottom line, fourth liner for us throughout the entire series realistically. But like say Adam Ernie for Connor Ingram. I feel like it would just be better to draft a goalie in this first draft. Now, I think, guys, I'd say I've definitely I've definitely gone through this way too much, and I've been overthinking this way too much. So let's just get the sim going. We're not going to make any trades here. We're just going to sim to the end of the season, and I do want to do that in this episode. We'll check out stats and everything at the end of the episode as well. The only thing that's really going to delay us is possibly injuries, and then also notifications like the salary cap, like scouting assignments, waivers, waiver pickups, maybe even. So I hope you guys will like this series, because I think it'll be a good one. Obviously, once we get good drafted players, I think it'll be a lot better. So like I said, guys, a priority is a goaltender. We need a goaltender more than anything. Our forward prospects, pretty damn good, to be honest. But if we can fall in the top 5 this season for a draft selection, because the top 5 is really good. I have Dallin at an 83 franchise, I believe. Then Svechnikov at an 81 high elite. An 80 high elite. Then Zadina at an 81 medium elite. And then after that, we've got Ryan Merkley, Adam Boqvist, Joe Veleno, Quentin Hughes. We've got more players as well. I just don't remember all of them. It could be an interesting draft, and like I said, or if you watch the first episode, the big reason, or the main reason, I guess, why I did make it so we get our own draft picks is because I need the draft picks, and it's kind of like a fresh start. It's a new series, new teams, new faces on each team, of course. Well, not necessarily, but for the most part, yes. Obviously, I'm sure at least one player went back to their original team. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Hopefully, the episodes probably won't be too long, or might be a little bit longer in the first couple seasons, because obviously we're going to be drafting and getting everything over with. So, I just saw that we won 9-1 over the Washington Capitals. The first time we played them, actually, it might not have been the first time we played them. Well, no, the first time we played them this season, we lost to them 8-2, and we just beat them 9-1. And here was me talking about getting a top 5 draft pick. That totally might not happen. Right now, we are 10-12-3, which is kind of ridiculous. I did not think our team would be that good, although we do have some good pieces to it. I don't see this team doing well. It is early in the season, though. Obviously, anything could happen. We've played only 29 games, I believe. Yeah, 29 games, so it could happen. Things could happen. We play 30 games. We're almost at 500, and we keep winning games, so it could happen. But I really do hope we can get a good draft pick, because say we fall mid-round in the first round this year, that is honestly possibly the worst possible option for us, because we wouldn't get a top prospect. We wouldn't get a top prospect, which is really unfortunate, or would be really unfortunate. We're basically 500 right now. So yeah, like I said, we wouldn't get a top prospect. We'd be getting someone who's not great and could definitely be a bust and not even make it to the NHL in the future, which would also very much suck. So I'd really like for us to start losing some more, but we're 20-20-4. How this team is doing so good with 272 overall goaltenders, I don't know. An 8-7 overtime loss to Vegas. Wow. That is quite the game. Quite the game indeed. So we've finished Canada now, so we're on to the United States. Oh, we also have Brady Tkachuk in this draft, who I did forget about. Speaking of the draft, Buffalo wins the lottery. Buffalo gets Rasmus Dahlin to play on the top line with Rasmus Ristolainen in the future. That is going to be dreadful for me, being a Leafs fan. That's going to be awful to play against. Buffalo could be such a good team here in the future. They've got Eichel, they've got O'Reilly right now, they've got Okposo, who's not terrible, not phenomenal. So he's got a pretty poor contract. But then they also got Reinhart, they got Ristolainen, they've got Luukkonen, whether he will be good or not. We'll see. They've also got, they will more than likely get Dahlin. I would highly doubt they would trade away their pick or not pick Dahlin, but it could happen. Anything could happen, of course. We will see. So we are just about at the deadline right now. We are 24-29, and let's see. We'll get to the deadline and we'll see what the record is like. Let's see. 1 second. Just get a scout. So we're done North America. We move to Europe. We're going to start in the SHL, of course. Got to get the forwards and defense in the SHL. Sorry, especially that defense, because if we do get a top 5 pick, I do know how good Dahlin and Boqvist is. I believe Dahlin's, like I said, an 83 medium franchise, and then I think Boqvist is a 69 medium elite, which isn't bad. We can most definitely get him to grow, but he would maybe make the NHL. No, I think he would have him in the juniors. I don't think I'd have him playing in the NHL, but it is a possibility. This kind of sucks. We're down to the last 5 or so games, and we're not a terrible team. We did a lot better than anticipated. We currently have 68 points, which obviously isn't a lot, but I was really hoping for a lot less than that, to be fair. So that kind of sucks, man, we're on a 3-game win streak at least right now. So we're just getting even better, almost at 75 points now. That is actually no good. 4 games left. Let's lose all 4 of them. Don't even get another point. Buffalo beats us, and then Carolina we beat in the last game of the season, but we've gone through this entire season in a shorter amount of time, I think, than me talking at the start of the episode. So Jonathan Drouin finished off the season with the most points on the team at 75. That is pretty damn good. So he's up to an 88 overall as well, so that's a good first season. So we finished bottom of our division at 76 points, which, like I said, if we were a decent team, which I really don't think we are, that wouldn't be bad. So actually we finished bottom 3 in the league due to tiebreaker over Chicago, who finished 76 points with us. Wow, Stanley Cup final in 2015. And now they are both bottom 5 in the league. So Columbus and Minnesota, the worst teams in the league, they will probably get a pick before us. So like I said, we could get top 5 here. We also could get top 6. I would prefer a top 5 pick. So you know what? For how good we did this season, it wasn't that bad. So obviously, I'm going to assume everybody on the team was a minus player. The best plus-minus was a -3. Wow, D'Angelo's up to an 82 already. So I guess playing him on that top line was really good. Radko Gudas, Slater Quack, and Cal Foote. Brett Connolly, to be fair. All horrible plus-minus players. So obviously most points went to Drouin with 28. Nemesnikov had 71. Did I say 28? Did I say most points at 28? I meant most goals at 28, but most points as well, 75. Nemesnikov hit the 70-point mark as well. Palat with 64. Victor Hedman with 63, not too bad. Anthony Cirelli in his first year, he's up to an 80 overall now as well. Still lists as a depth forward, though. Interesting. 52 points in a rookie season for him is not bad. Richard Panik, Alex Killorn played good with them on that second line. Panik, one of our 420 goal scorers this year. Brett Connolly, 25 points alongside Cedric Paquette. Radish with 24, not a bad rookie season for him. Hopefully we'll see a jump for at least a 77 overall for this next season. D'Angelo had 13 goals, so he actually didn't do that great offensively, and his defensive stats, his defensive awareness is higher than his offensive awareness, but really good skating, really good shot for a defenseman, and really good puck skills. Wow. He could be a good offensive defenseman for us. Ernie, 19 points. Witkowski, 17. Pekka with 13, being a 69 overall. That's really not that bad. Barbaria with 12. Actually not a terrible offensive defenseman. Radko Gudas with 8, alongside Slater Quack, and Cal Foote with only 4. Interesting. Let's go check our goaltending. 903 save percentage from Dustin Tokarski, and then an 896 from Kristers Gudlevsky. Awful goaltending from them. If we could have had a better goalie, we could have totally made the playoffs this season. Obviously, lots of rookies. Drouin is considered a rookie, and Nemesnikov actually, because I have edited their potential. Cirelli, Radish, Pekka, and Foote are our actual rookies, though. Alright, well, let's go and check out the entire league stats, just because best rookie is actually Brock Besser. He had 98 points. Holy shit. Jesus, who was he playing with in Arizona? Oh my god. Okay, Ashley, who was he playing with? What the hell? Oh my god, he played out of his mind. How many goals did he have? Oh, he's playing with Mikael Granlund. That's his center counterpart. He had 55 goals this year, and I think he came second behind Sagan, who had 58 goals. Sagan will win the Art Ross and the What's the other thing? The Rocket Richard. The best plus minus in the league went to Josh Manson at a plus 45. Unreal. All right. Those are all considered rookie skaters, yeah. Stamkos is playing with Brock Besser, and he will win the Art Ross. I didn't even see that. Yeah, it's because it's only under 26 players that are listed as rookies. So most goals went to Saga, Kessel, and Ovechkin. They all had 58. How are they going to decide that? What in the hell? Does it matter, like, power play, maybe? I don't know. Most power play goals, Saga and Ovechkin were tied at 11. Unreal, dude. So many goals. We had 6 50-plus goal scorers this season, and we had 2 players that were only one goal off of 50 this year as well. Mike Hoffman had 47 goals, and he's actually on Ottawa. Wow, okay. Very interesting. Best goalie in the league in season number 1. Most wins went to Carter Hutton. Okay. Best save percentage. Oh, wait, let's sort it by 40 games. Best save percentage went to Roberto Luongo with a 928 and a 221. I think he will most definitely be taking home the Vezina. 39-year-old Roberto Luongo to take home the Vezina in the 2018 or 2018? Nope, the 2017-2018 season. Now, 21 minutes in, you know what? Let's sim to the draft. I think we might do the draft in this episode. We'll do the re-sign phase in the next episode, and then we'll also start. We'll probably also start the regular season in the next one as well. Just because why not? I'd like to get through seasons relatively quickly. We will see how they go. I like for it to take 2 episodes each season. Well, for now at least, but eventually we will get to just simming regularly like we do for the majority of my series, like my Columbus one. It's just sim, usually 1, maybe 2, or usually 2 episodes, maybe 1 episode to sim the entire regular season, and we'll do playoffs as well, so we'll see. We'll get to it eventually. But the first year, for sure, honestly, not as disappointing as I thought. Now, I'm just excited to see the draft lottery and to see where we place. Maybe we can move up. Maybe we will move down. Maybe we won't move at all. I would really prefer to not move at all or move up. Because if we move down, that's really going to suck. And it could really ruin us in a lot of ways. Montreal won the Stanley Cup in year number 1. I think I might go and check out their team just to see how good their team was. Actually, I might do that in the next episode. I'm just going to write that down real quick. We have almost scouted everywhere as well. I do not know. We should be coming up to the draft lottery results. We also should be coming up to the draft. I'm going to assume we moved down to 6th. Oh, that really sucks, and we can't make any trades. Well, we could, but we aren't. There's no trades in the draft. So we cannot move up to get 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. Wow. All 3 of the bottom teams in the league got pushed out of the top 3. Damn. Carolina getting lucky again. I'm going up to the top 3. Yesterday, obviously in real life, they made it to top 2, which is crazy. And then in this sim, they are going 3rd overall. So the only retirees are John Michael Lyles, Andy Green. You guys can see that. You know who they are. Well, I'm sure they basically always retire in year number 1. Let's get rid of our draft picks there. And we are here for the draft. 25 minutes. Should we do it now? I don't know. You know what? We're going to save the draft for the next episode, but I do want to go and see Drouin's up to an 89. Actually, let's check progress reports, because I would really like to do that more often in this series. We will see. So, Hedman is a 94, and I believe that's actual growth. Yeah, that's actual growth. So he's up to a 94 now. Damn. Duran is up to an 89. Nemesnikov and Palat up to an 86. Sorelli's an 85. Holy shit, did he ever grow. Puck skills, not too bad. What is that? Senses? Yeah, actually not too bad either. Only 84 offensive awareness, though. Shot, not bad. Defense is rough. Speed, really good, or he's very fast. And then physical, not great. Wow, okay, so 52-point season for Anthony Cirelli. Really turned out to be a good one. D'Angelo's an 82. Killorn and Panik didn't change. Connolly's up to a 78. Brett Howden went from a 67 to a 78. I swear I see that every time in year number 1. So that's a good pick. That's a good pickup as well. He will be in the NHL for us. Gudis and Shen didn't change. Radish is up to a 77 now. Paquette's up to a 77. Barbario didn't change. Quack Quack's a +1. Ernie's a +1. Calfoot's a 74. Witkowski's a 73. Gudlevski's. Tokarski didn't change. Lipanov's up to a 70. That's a +4 for him. All right, in the system, let's see. Pekka went up 1. Joseph didn't change. That's unfortunate. He's now 21 as well. Volkov was a +3. Kachuk was a +4. Stevens was also a +3. Yan was a +3. Spencer didn't change. Imam was a +3. And then those 3 players are not ours, I believe. Yeah, all right. So not too bad, that's for sure. We definitely got some good, some very good. How do I say this? Some very good. I don't know. How do I say this? Some very good growth. Yeah, we'll just go for that. Some very good growth out of our team. Actually, we can check the awards now as well. We might as well do that. Obviously, Montreal won the Stanley Cup. New Jersey won the Presidents, and the Oilers faced the Canadiens. 2 Canadian teams in the Stanley Cup final. The Art Ross went to Steven Stamkos. The Hart also went to Stammer. Subban won the Norris. I forgot to actually check to see defensively or defensive points. Panarin won the Lady Byng. Sagan won the Calder. It would have been Brock Besser, though. Conn Smythe went to Martin Jones. Roberto Luongo did win the Vezina. Jennings went to Lehner. Radko Gudas won the Bill Masterton. What a beast. Bergeron won the Selke. Stamkos won the Ted Lindsay. And Tyler Sagan won the Maurice Richard. AHL, just curious to see if any of our players won anything. I'd be shocked. I mean, we didn't do good this season. All right, so that's that. I want to switch back to the NHL. Let's go and look at player stats in the playoffs. And I want to see the Montreal Canadiens. Ovi's a Canadian, and he had 98 points. Or sorry, he's a 98 overall now. Yeah, wow. Okay, so a top line of Ovechkin, Forsberg, and Henrique, who's up to a 78. Jesus. Or sorry, not 78, 88, my bad. Calle Yarncroc as well on that team. Shea Weber back to the Canadiens. Wenberg, Buchnevich, RNH, Bowie, Garrison, Jujar Kara, Mirko Mueller, Brandon Perlini, Michael Raffel, Philip Di Giuseppe, Andre Suster, Milan Lucic had 1 point. Chris Russell didn't get a single point. Andre Suster also had 1 point. And their goalies, obviously, Martin Jones, and their backup in Cam Ward, who did awful. Holy shit, Jones played good. 941 and a 1.77. That is phenomenal. Wow, okay. But, yeah, that'll be our team in the future. We will win a Stanley Cup in this series. That'll be it from me, guys, in this one. Hopefully you did all enjoy. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. That was a really weird outro. I didn't like that. We're going to do that again. Thank you guys all so much for watching this episode of the Draft to Glory franchise mode. Tune in for the next one for the off-season, probably the start of the regular season. That'll be it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.